Hello everyone, good morning. This is me Manya Gupta, your tech host. Bulletin of the day starts with Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Flip 7 to launch with Gemini AI in July. Google turns internet searches into chat with Gemini AI. Meta, Google, OpenAI compete to build the ideal AI device. CEOs of Nvidia, OpenAI, LinkedIn weigh in on AI's impact on jobs. Intel 20-core Ultra 7 processor available. Apple to offer free repairs for faulty Mac Mini models. Adobe shares stumble amid skepticism over AI integration ROI. So in yesterday's quiz, we asked you what is the full form of CPU. The answer is Central Processing Unit. Now it's time for a daily tech question. Here's the one today. What is the full form of CCTV? Confident you got the answer? Drop your guess in the comments below. Tune into tomorrow's bulletin to find out if you nailed it. Moving on to the news section, Samsung is gearing up for its much anticipated Unpacked event in July, where it will unveil the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 with a major twist. Both models will debut with Google's Gemini AI integrated directly into the system. Now, this strategic move marks Samsung's deeper partnership with Google as the competition in AI-powered smartphones intensifies. The new foldables are expected to come with slimmer designs, more durable hinge, and brighter display. But what sets them apart is the software, Gemini AI, which will enhance on-device intelligence, offering real-time translation, contextual search, and smart summarization natively. Users will reportedly be able to use Gemini directly through Samsung Notes, keyboard suggestions, and even voice command applications. This is a part of Samsung's broader initiative to embed AI into its ecosystem, joining the likes of Galaxy S24 in the AI phone lineup. Samsung is also betting on this to counter Apple's own AI developments with iOS 18. With pre-orders expected to begin immediately after the launch, Samsung aims to lead the charge in premium AI foldables, targeting both productivity-driven users and tech enthusiasts who seek innovation beyond the conventional. Moving on, Google has officially launched its Search Generative Experience, which is SGE, powered by Gemini AI, transforming how users interact with the internet. Now, instead of providing links and snippets, Google respond with conversational answers that synthesize information across multiple sources. The rollout is currently in progress for US users and will soon expand globally. With SGE, users can type or speak a question, and instead of getting a traditional search result, they receive a detailed answer, often followed by recommended follow-up questions. This experience mimics the way AI chatbot like ChatGPT operate, but with added advantage of real-time access to web data. Google claims that this will help users understand topics faster, eliminate the need to open multiple tabs to compare answers. The move is seen as Google's answer to Microsoft Bing AI and other competitors that are rapidly integrating chat-based interface. However, this also raises concerns about the content attribution and the future of website traffic. So publishers worry that AI summaries may reduce clicks to original content. Google promises to maintain transparent sourcing and giving creators visibility through links and citations. Now the race to create the iPhone of AI is heating up. As Google, Meta, OpenAI, they each work on developing the ideal consumer hardware to host AI native experiences. So the idea? A dedicated device that does not just use AI but revolves entirely around it. Sources suggest that OpenAI has partnered with former Apple designer Johnny Ive to develop a handheld AI-first gadget that could replace smartphones. Meanwhile, Meta is focusing on AR smart glasses embedded with Meta AI, aiming to turn wearable computing into mainstream reality. Google, on the other hand, is doubling down on integrating Gemini into Android, Pixel devices, and potentially new smart gadgets. This tech triangle is not just about hardware, it's about becoming go-to AI interface in consumers' daily life. Whoever wins this hardware war could shape the next decade of consumer interaction, just as iPhone did in 2000s. So, however, challenges remain battery life, privacy concerns, latency, and cost. Industry experts believe we are still have 2-3 years away from fully functional AI dedicated consumer device, but R&D is actually accelerating very fast. On the future of jobs in an AI-powered world is under intense scrutiny, and the recent statements from the top tech CEOs shed light on this evolving debate. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, and LinkedIn CEO Ryan Roslansky each offered contrasting but thought-provoking perspectives at recent tech summit. Jensen Huang emphasized that the emergence of AI will eliminate repetitive tasks but also create new high-skill job categories, especially in AI engineering, robotics, and creative content. He urged global education systems to pivot from traditional learning to teaching AI-related skills early. Sam Altman acknowledged that AI will inevitably displace some jobs, especially in customer service and data entry sectors, but believes that the shift could open opportunities in entrepreneurship and human-centered roles. He stressed the need for policy frameworks that support upskilling and social safety nets. LinkedIn's Ryan Roslansky added that the real-time job data from LinkedIn already shows an increase in AI-centric roles, suggesting a major reshuffle in workplace dynamics. He also pointed out that the soft skills like communication, adaptability, they are becoming just as crucial as technical expertise. Their collective insights paint a picture of transformation rather than catastrophe. But the pace of adoption remains a key challenge. Let us talk about Intel's new 20-core Ultra 7 processor, which is now available with a steep discount on select platforms, and tech enthusiasts are buzzing about it. The high-performance chip, designed for multitasking heavy users like gamers, video editors, and AI developers, they offer a balance between performance and power efficiency. The Ultra 7 chip is based on Intel's Meteor Lake architecture and includes both performance and efficiency cores to optimize for different workloads. Early benchmarks show up to 30% boost in multi-core performance compared to its predecessor, making it ideal for creators and professionals working with 4K video editing, simultations, or large-scale coding projects. Current discount up to 30% off on select online retailers. It is likely due to Intel's preparation for newer chip launches later this year. For buyers, however, it presents a great opportunity to upgrade the system affordably. Reviewers have also praised the chip's onboard AI acceleration capabilities, which allow smoother operations in AI-centric workflows like image recognition and neural processing. This aggressive pricing signals Intel's desire to regain market share in a segment increasingly dominated by Apple's M-series chip and AMD's Ryzen processor. There's a big announcement. Apple has announced a free repair program for certain Mac Mini models after identifying a recurring issue in the internal power supply, which could lead to unexpected shutdowns. The issue affects the 2023 M2 Mac Mini series, where users reported the system abruptly powering off during heavy workloads. According to Apple, affected users can visit authorized service providers or Apple stores to get the repair done free of charge, even if the warranty expires. To check eligibility, users can input their Mac Mini serial number on Apple's support page, which will confirm whether the device qualifies for repair. This move comes as Apple faces increased scrutiny for post-sale service policies and hardware reliability. Industry analysts suggest this recall, while minor in scope, indicates Apple's push to maintain the high service standards, especially as customers' trust becomes a competitive advantage in the premium computing space. Apple has not confirmed the exact number of units affected, but users experiencing issues are advised to back up their data and seek the service promptly. Repair process is expected to take 3 to 5 business days. Lastly, let's talk about Adobe's shares, which took a steep dive this week after investors expressed doubts over the company's aggressive shift towards AI integration. Company has rolled out several AI-powered tools under its Firefly branding and revamped the Creative Cloud soon, but Wall Street remains unconvinced about the immediate return on investment. Despite Adobe's claim of increasing subscriptions and higher user engagement through features like AI-generated image editing and smart layout suggestions, analysts believe that the monetization strategy is not clear enough. Adobe is also facing rising competition from smaller players offering similar generative tools at lower cost or even free. CEO Shantanu Narayan defended the pivot, stating that AI is essential to Adobe's long-term strategy and that the company is investing in customer education, not just product upgrades. However, investors remain cautious, especially amid a volatile tech market where generative AI promises have sometimes fallen short of practical profit-generating results. This drop underscores the broader market skepticism surrounding AI adoption speed, especially for legacy tech firms trying to adapt without alienating traditional user bases. This is all for today's bulletin. I'll again meet you tomorrow. Till then, stay safe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe IT Voice for all your tech updates.